Hello and welcome back to Gaming Psychologist Plays Kerbal Space Program. On tonight's Let's Play, or today's, depending on when you watch it, I have to refresh my memory on what I'm doing. I took a tiny bit of a hiatus from this to work on a couple of new series, getting them started, and then I had some serious audio technical issues. Honestly, no idea what happened. Probably a driver update is my guess. But I logged in one day, and everything was awful. So I've spent the better part of 3 days now trying to fix all of my audio levels. Even a driver rollback didn't help, so whatever damage it did was permanent. So let's see what my active contracts are. Fly by the Mun, easy. Science data from space, easy. Test an engine, test 2 engines. Let's see if we can pick up a couple of more real quick. Just cancel out all of these that I don't like to do. Oh wait, what is this? Orbit around. Nothing so far. I might be at a place where I need to just complete a few more missions before I start getting more contracts. Which, if that's the case, that's fine. Fly by the Mun will be a good, excuse me, a good science and funds opportunity. So we'll fly by the Mun. We'll see what I can collect from space. We'll do these 2 test contracts real quick. Do I have anything in orbit around Kerbin? Debris. Alright, we will put a satellite in orbit around Kerbin. Let's see what science gear we've got unlocked. Currently I have 4 active games going in KSP. One that I play for fun, one that I stream on, this one, and then another one, which you might not count since it's purely for testing purposes. Alright. Do I have solar panels? I do not. So actually our first priority is going to be flyby of the Mun. Our first priority is going to be to upgrade the launch pad. Which leaves us almost broke. So we'll do the parts testing contracts first. It is possible to do a flyby of the Mun, actually fairly easily, with 30 parts. But I want to take a bunch of science equipment with me to maximize the impact of my mission. Alright, my 2 parts of my testing, the jet engine and the flea, right? Yeah, the basic jet engine and the flea. So we'll do pod, SRB, let's take the fuel all the way to 0. Let's attach a girder to the side. The engine on the girder. I can get both of those contracts. Is there any new science gear? I'm not sure. It's the only bad part about coming back to a game after you haven't played in a while. You forget what you've got. We'll just slap all this stuff on here. It's going to get recovered at 100% anyway. Since the engine actually isn't firing, it doesn't matter if I've got that on the bottom. Is that everything? Thermometer? Yeah, that's everything. Alright, launch. 3, 2, 1, no blast off. But 2 contracts complete. Haven't done temperature. Okay. Nothing for the magnetometer. Tiny bit for materials. Tiny. Oh no, none from mystery goo. Crew report, obviously. EVA. I think I can get. Oh, I can't collect soil samples yet. Right. Wrong game. All right. Board. Recover. I'm gonna talk about myself here for a minute. I feel like I'm getting better at doing Let's Plays and streams now that it has become a, let's say, a regular part of my skill set. I feel like it's much easier for me to talk for longer periods of time now. Between the fact that my vocal strength has improved a lot, I got a little bit of a cough tonight, which sucks, but otherwise, normally, I'm getting much, much better at talking for longer periods of time. And I'm getting better at filling the silence. You know, if we could get some suborbitals, I'd be really happy with that. Oh, here we go. Test an SRB. Suborbit. That's flyby stuff. I don't think that I will cut any of this out, but I might. We will see. Because if I wind up having to do this because I spent all of my money, then it would be boring to just sit here the entire time and do parts contracts. Oh, here we go. Suborbital spaceflight. That'll be good. I think we will do that suborbital spaceflight contract, and we will get the money from also testing the Thumper engine, and that should be enough to give us the money we need to go to the Mun, or launch another mission to collect science from around Kerbin. What was there? I should look at the rewards for that. So a little bit of funds, if I can get out of it, for less than... Wait a second. We can multitask. We can do that one, and that one. Alright, we can do this. Alright, new design. We'll use the Mark 1 command pod, and then a State Putnik on top. That'll be the actual control. And then we gotta slap the tourist inside. And it doesn't matter what kind of science I use, so we're just gonna go with a thermometer. We'll put 2. I might be able to collect some other science. And some extra batteries for the State Putnik so that it doesn't run out of charge. And I'm using deadly reentry, so the Mark 1 command pod has some built-in ablative surfacing. Probably a parachute would be nice. Let's see, the tourist can't get out of the pod anyway, so it doesn't matter if I block the door with the parachute. How much Delta V? 2385. I need about 3,000 for a good suborbital. thrust limit this to 1.5, I think. And then we will go with some radial boosters. Alright, so we'll turn these down to about 1.75. We're just going to go vertical. Since this is just a suborbital, I just need to grab a tiny bit of science while I'm up there. Alright. And we're just going to use the stabilizing fins. The command pod should have enough. Alright, so yeah, 3,000 meters per second delta V. Just a nice, slow ascent path. Or nice and steady ascent path. I apologize, you will probably notice a bit of a cut there. I had a massive coughing fit and had to go get myself a warm beverage to soothe the throat and something with some lemon in it to help clear off the junk. But we're good now. So, launching in 3, 2, 1. Hopefully the stabilizer fins are good enough to keep it in control. I have no SAS, so if this thing goes wild, we're just going to revert back. Oh, we've got some gravity turnage going. A little bit of one's okay though, I'm okay with that. And this is a very slight gravity turn. That was close. I just hit my coffee. Almost knocked it over. I have gone too low on my TWR. I'm going to try and pull it back, but all I have is a reaction wheel. One in the command pod, and I don't think that's enough. As long as we don't nose down too far, we're going to be okay. But if we nose down too far, we won't get the height that we need. While I'm doing this, though, I can log the temperature. Ooh, that's right. I haven't done that in any of these games. I'm going to reset that, actually. I need to build a plane to fly around and collect science from the air around the biomes. What's my apps? I think we're going to be okay. We're a little more horizontal than I intended, but that is a-okay. Turn those off. Alright, now that I'm in the upper atmosphere, I will take a temperature scan from that. And my reaction wheels have a little bit more control, so we're going to go full vertical. Just get that last boost of vertical altitude. We should be good though, yeah. 200,000 kilometers. That is a lot higher than I figured I would get. There we go. Alright. We logged our I forgot to close this. We logged the temperature from around Kerbin. Now that we're in space, let's just time warp. Move up. And land almost in the desert. Cool. Alright, I gotta get this thing facing relatively retrograde, but as soon as I get into the atmosphere a little bit, the command pod should orient itself due to its shape. Although I don't know if that stay putnik on top will mess with things. We have lots of power. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. You know, I think in real life, all of that stuff would burn up. The parachutes, the batteries, all of it. But this isn't real life, it's Kerbal Space Program. Alright, we're under Mach 1, deploy the chutes, and time warp to the ground. And take a sip of delicious... Wait, let me do this right. This stream is brought to you by Powerade Zero, the zero-calorie sports drink. Grape flavored. With some lemon juice added to cut down on the throat stuff. It's pretty good, actually. I feel like I'm drinking grape lemonade. Which, now that I say that, kind of sounds gross to the ear, but tastes good in the mouth. I think it's kind of silly that you can't do anything with tourists. Maybe they shouldn't be able to collect science, but you should be able to EVA them and take crew reports and stuff like that. They could be a separate value than the standard crew report. Or maybe they could just be a funny sort of flavor text thing. Like, oh, I can see the stars and they're very pretty. Or something. Oh, I should see if they've got an updated version of crowdsourced science. I miss having all of my fancy schmancy dialogue. Alright, we didn't get enough science to complete any more levels in the tech tree, which is sad, but that's okay. Because we got some much needed funds. Let's quickly see if there's any more contracts. See, I can't skip this. I should just take that. Achieve Orbit of the Mun. I can get... Why didn't I see that before? Because it never expires. I could have gotten the huge influx of funds. Ah, well. Live and learn. And then get loves. Just going through and... we'll take that one as well. Science data from Kerbin. So they don't get to an orbit. Oh. I'd have to send up 3 pods though, because I need an actual pilot to make orbit. Orbital survey in the Mun. I'll take that one for later. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, we're going to the Mun. Gonna do a flyby of the Mun, I should say. I don't remember if I have maneuver nodes or not yet. I think I did, because the line was blue. Alright, let's new craft it up. Start with the command pod. We're just doing a flyby, so... How much do I want to bring home? Just the pod would be the easiest. I am going to use the heat shield because there's no telling what kind of angle I'll come back at. delicious sip. With a basic parachute, and we will slap a couple of extra batteries on the side here, like so. Then a fuel tank. Actually, we'll put the science stuff on next. Science Junior. Do I have the service bay yet? I do. Love me some service bays. We'll just do one mystery goo. There's gonna be so many missions I'm gonna wind up sending that eventually I'll collect all of the extra stuff. Oh, and we need telescope. Can snap a picture on the way by. Mystery goo. Magnetometer. I can slap that on top, actually. Move the batteries down. And then use radial parachutes. So we got 2 radials. Tiny bit of part clipping, that's okay. Any science stuff left? Thermometer. And we can snap a few pictures of Kerbal while we're up there, collect some bonus science. So I should put a communitron on here. Just lap that on the top. Oh, but there's no way to generate power. I don't have solar panels yet. Except with the engine. So we'll have to be careful with that. We'll have to be selective. But I think that's okay. 10 grand. Ooh. Nope, nope, we're just gonna leave it. Alright. Big KW rocketry fuel tank. I've still only got the KW rocketry engine, but that's okay. 2,000 meters per second delta V. Will be more than plenty. This can make the entire trip to and from, because it's 850 meters per second delta V both ways to make the transfer. Alright, so separator. We'll use the swivel. 1560. I don't like that. What's my TWR? 1.66. That might be too much. Let's take one of them off. Alright. 2,000 meters per second. You know, even though I didn't like that, looking at the numbers, that will work for achieving orbit and finishing off the last of my maneuver. Alright, and we are going to go with 2 thumpers. Around there, good. Oh, but now it's not enough. Is it 2,700? Yeah, that's not enough. So back to 3,100. That is still cutting it close. And my thumpers are offset a little bit. Let's get these set properly. There we go. And then nose cone. Excuse me. 3141 meters per second delta V is not enough. I was hoping to only do 2, but let's go with 3. 34, 36. Should do it. Okay. We're just going to use the winglets. 3373. Still, that's cutting it close. I don't like cutting it close. Let's pull this off. Wait. Whoops. What? 2.78, that's... There we go. And that made it worse. I added too much weight. Alright. Let's pull that back off. 3373. 1900. 850 and 850. I can do it. I can do this. 3373 should get me most of the way. Alright, 1.7. That's me using the engine for steering. Alright. And then these will drop off pretty high up. Because really, I can get the free return trajectory from the MUN. Just double check my staging. I don't need stage 5. All those fire together. Then the decouplers. Yeah. Okay. Let's give this a shot. What? Didn't I upgrade the... I thought I upgraded the launch pad. If I upgraded the wrong building, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, you know what? I gotta upgrade the VAB as well. For the part count to go up. I made a boo-boo. It's alright, we can fix it. Gotta lose 3 parts. Can't lose the fuel. Don't wanna lose the science. There's my 3 parts, but obviously I need a parachute. Let's go with the standard parachute. Open the service bay. 31 parts. So I can do without the magnetometer. And then I can do without 1 battery. I'll have to be a little bit more careful about how much I transmit. But that should do it. Alright, Jeb, let's do this. Oh, those got changed back around. Oh wait, no, because I had a parachute. We can fix that. Right. 3, 2, 1, launch. I almost forgot to throttle up to 100% because my Delta V figure is counting on my engine to be throttled at 100. I'm gonna see if we can do a gravity turn. Just a straight up standard gravity turn. Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna have Jeb follow the prograde marker. Need to turn my gimbal down. Too vertical, and I think I just took us too horizontal. Nope, maybe not. Right, let's lose the SRBs. What is my apoapps at? Oh yeah, we're already up there. Gotta start getting some horizontal speed. I'm gonna get as much as I can out of this engine. Alright, let's ditch it. And I did not get an equatorial orbit at all. Alright, engine is now active. Point prograde for me, Jeb. Oh, you know what? Does this... Okay, it generates, or it generates electric charge. Two. Remember it says 1 minute to apoapps. We're gonna punch it. Alright. We're gonna get a little bit closer. Punch it again. So basically I need, based on the Delta V figures, I need just over half of my fuel reserve. Because just over half will give me ballpark 900 meters per second Delta V. But I am not going to get that. No, sorry. Shoot. I mean, this was just my incompetence. That was a very poor launch profile. Alright, we're going to see if we can make the maneuver anyways. Alright. We have just had another cut where I struggled for a very long time to get the maneuver node set up properly. And now I've got it. This is my best shot at making it with my current setup. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go back and try again. But I'd like to get it on the first try. Alright, we're going to time accelerate just a teeny tiny bit. here we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the fuel. I'm just looking at the bar right now. It's not happening. And that's it. We're out. Alright, so we're gonna have to try again. There is about to be some cutting involved. Alright. So we're through the cut. Basically, we did a little rocket redesign. Teensy bit more Delta V to account for the fact that this thing handles like a turd. And we did some weight shedding. And we will try it again. Oh, and also we added an extra little kick. A few hundred meters per second Delta V. Should provide us with all we need. Just a little vertical hop. As soon as we hit 200 meters per second, we will start turning. Gimbal a tiny bit. Turn that off. As we work our way horizontally, picking up that speed. Much better this time. Right. Ditch the SRBs. Ditch that. Alright, again, when that says 1 minute, we will start thrusting. At maximum power. We've done a better job of staying in a equatorial orbit. My little boost seems to have helped. And we will finish this maneuver with much more fuel than we had before. 70. We've got about half of our fuel left. Actually, looks like exactly half, which is good. That should be enough to make this maneuver. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. set that at a nice 50 kilometers. And it's on the prograde marker, so we're just going to point prograde. Warp around the planet. And then we should be good. And this is going to be a nice long Let's Play. It might get cut up into 2 parts. Alright. 15 seconds. I think I will have just a tiny bit of fuel left to make any course corrections. Is that what my actual return trajectory is? Nope. Just missed it. There we go. Look at that. Fuel to spare. Alright, we're going to warp to the Sphere of Influence change. See, the mun should be right there. Alright, everything is going to be from high over the mun, so I don't have to worry about it. This is still good science. Can I EVA? Oh, I do have the EVA. Alright. So we're good. Got some good science. Now let's get out to the other side. Or come out the other side, I should say. Remove that so I can time warp faster now. What is my 64 kilometers? Let's get that to a solid 50. We're going to F5 just in case something goes wrong. Oh, shoot. I made a boo-boo. Can we do this in the atmosphere? We're going to see. Nope. Immediately exploded. But that's why I F5'd, in case I made a boo-boo. So my boo-boo was, I didn't get the science from the materials bay, or the science junior. Collect data. Yep. Because I'm ditching that in Kerbin's atmosphere. Whoa. Come on, Jip. Recover. There we go. Furiously pecking away at the keys. I don't know what that was. Some kind of physics bug, I guess. There we go. Almost didn't catch that those were on the same stage. That would have been sad. Alright, set my... Whoa. Did I go? It took me around because I was on the on-rails portion. That's okay. We'll just warp here. Spend a couple extra days in space. Alright, as is my custom, we're going to burn full throttle, slow us down as much as possible, and then we'll dump the last stage. Ride this down. Alright, we should be good without SAS now that we are getting heating effects. The atmosphere's got a good enough bite on us. We're coming in fast though. It's doing a pretty good number on our shield. I think I turned the heating effects up in this game. I should check that out in the options. Hopefully I'm on a shallow enough trajectory I don't have to worry about G-forces. And obviously we're very clearly we're going to make it periapses under 30k. Sometimes if you got a periaps of 30k, if you're going fast enough, you'll still skip off the atmosphere. But once it drops under 30k, I've never seen a craft not lose its orbit and come careening into the planet. This could be close. I may land on, well, land, or I may land in the water. Prefer land, honestly. I did not take a crew report over the Mun. Silly me. Still close whether or not we land in the water or the ocean. This is the most ablative I've ever burned off at Kerbin. Alright, we are about to lose the heating effects. I'm actually going to try and steer myself towards land. I don't think it's working. Maybe a little bit, but not enough. Get this thing oriented properly. Trying to work with the aerodynamics as much as possible. But I don't think it's working. Nope. Gonna have to pop the shield at 1,000 meters. Or not the shield, the chute. So we landed in the shallows. So close to land. Oh, I did take a crew aboard. Okay. Cool. Let's recover the vessel. Alright. Look at all those delicious funds. Good science. What do I want? Electrics, definitely. For the solar panels and the better probe core that has SAS. And then I'm going to take one other thing. We'll take aviation on our next... Yeah. And this is a good place to call it for the night. 2. So, on our next episode, we will first upgrade the runway to tarmac. And then we will go fly some planes. We will put together something and fly around collecting science from the immediate area around the KSC. That's always something that I like to do, and you can easily pull off with the basic aerodynamic parts. Collect 40, 50 science that way. Maybe more depending on how far we fly. And we might be able to pick up a couple of easy contracts for that. Who knows? We'll take a look at all that next time. As always, as I like to close out my Let's Plays, if you like this video, excuse me. If you like this video, leave me a like. If you dislike it, leave me a dislike. And as always, feel free to write in the comments to tell me why either way. If you do like my work, I'd ask that you please subscribe to my channel so that you can watch it more. Until next time, Gaming Psychologist, signing off.